So, what happens when you leave your fish room for 3 days with no food and no water changes? Good morning, fishy folks. Happy Sunday Funday. Today's Saturday morning. I got back from Calgary, Alberta, Canada. Yesterday, late afternoon, about almost 8 o'clock. And I went right to the soccer field to watch my oldest son and his friends play soccer with a lot of my co-workers from Japan. They do it every Friday. It's pretty fun. Then, of course, we went out to dinner as a group, which is also pretty fun. And I got home, it was midnight, and I was exhausted. I didn't even come down to the fish room, which means I left the fish room Wednesday morning and didn't touch it. Nobody fed it, watered it, nothing. From Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, for 3 full days. So let's see. I haven't done anything down here but turn the lights on and take a quick look in the fish room. I did see a couple things that I'm going to point out to you. But first, notice the water levels are all okay. Really, on this side at least, really nothing to complain about. I haven't seen any dead fish yet, which is nice. You know, they didn't eat for 3 days. Maybe they're going to starve to death. No, fish can go quite a while without eating, even fry. And we'll get to that in a second. Electric blue ram's looking great. Sorry about the glare. I don't have one of those fancy black curtains like Rich does from Rich's Fishes. He's a fancy man, though. So I saw these longfin, hightail, lyre tail swords up in Canada, and they all look skinny and blah. But these look so much better. Look how big that female is. She is gorgeous. All right. We have German red tuxes that are also now ready for sale, and some of them have lower swordtails, if you can see that. If you want some of these, you can certainly email me and request a lower swordtail. I cannot guarantee it, as there aren't that many. And as well as the juveniles, you can't tell just yet. But I do have some for sale if you are interested. Pink panda platies. Love saying that. No fry yet. They're ginormous. You know, little. Oh, was there fry in there? No, that's just a reflection. I don't see any fry. Speaking of fry, no fry in the. No more fry in the real red albino tank. There are two. Looks like 2 different batches of fry. At least 2 different fishes. There's one, and there's one a little bit bigger than that. So we'll just continue on, seeing what happens. Nothing really going on up here with the guppies and some of the angel grow outs. Lots of German half blacks and fry from that batch. Today I will be moving this filter to its forever home and bringing over some angelfish. I hope to film that, but I'm not sure if I'm going to. While I was away, the plants we ordered from Aquarium Co-op, a medium light plant package came, and Bob was really excited, and he planted everything and showed me a picture and kind of gave him some tips on from the picture on what I would do. I'm no aquascaping expert nor plant expert, but I do know a tiny little bit. So I'm going to go over today at some point and, we're going to mess with the plants and, acclimate some fish. I got to go from my pH, which is about 7, to his pH, which is about 6.2. I am considering adding some, that stuff on the floor right there, crushed coral right there, crushed coral, to the filter to help bring up the pH a little bit, just a little bit, to my 7, but I'm not sure I want to do that because if he buys fish somewhere else, we don't know where that pH is going. So I think if we just do a nice long drip acclimation period, we're going to be okay. So that's what we're going to try, I believe. No fry in the purple Delta tank. I kind of was hoping I would see some fry when I got home, but that's okay. Red cobra's doing spectacular. Look at those colors. They are amazing. I can't wait to put them outside. Yellow cobras doing well. Green cobras just look green because of all the algae, but trust me, they're green. We got the black molly colony growing out. Some layer tail, some hyphen, some both. So that's nice. You can see a Apistogramma cockatoides, double red. That appears to be the female, one of the females, but oh yeah, there's the male in the back. So I don't know if you can tell. See if you, yeah, you can see how much darker this water is because I put a Indian almond leaf, a catappa leaf in there, if you will, because they like that. So let's talk about fry. I was gone for 3 full days and I had a tank full of fry and I didn't even have my son feed this tank. Not full of fry, but there was some fry in here, and there are still quite a few fry in here. I don't see any bodies either. Well, I mean, there are some snails, so you might not see a body, but the point is, they lived. Just like the Subaru commercial. They lived. Wow, that was a shameless plug, wasn't it? Next batch of fry growing out. Wow, that tank needs to be clean, huh? More angels, and then the angel grow out tank over here, which looks dirty, kind of, doesn't it? And there's no Indian almond leaf in there. It's not too bad. I wonder if these lights are jacked up, and I left them on all while I was gone. I'll have to check that. Platies, nothing going on. But since we're talking about babies, these guys spawned, and that's without feeding for 3 days, nor without water changes. And on a more positive note, since I'm leaving for Japan in like 16 days, I'm probably not even going to do anything with those eggs. I'm going to let them parent raise them. If we look in here, we can see quite a few molly fry. Over there's some. Over here, there's some. Now there are, these are endlers also that I put in here when I was testing the water, and I figured they'd be eaten, and of course they weren't, so there are some endlers, but most of these babies, I believe, are all molly fry. Let's see. Mom chasing one. Come on, go. Yeah. So I was going to put these guys outside and hope they spawned outside. I still might do that because even though it was in the 90s here for a week, it's only going to be in the 60s today in the next couple days. So these guys can probably handle that temperature, but if I put guppies out there, I'd be worried about the cool night temperatures. So I'm probably going to wait guppies for another week or so, but I may put these guys out this weekend. Although now that I think about it, today I'm going to be quite busy, and tomorrow all day at the fish auction. Hide! Come on, guys, hide! Hold on, sorry. Sunset or tangerine platies, whatever you guys are in here. I'm taking some of your... And that's how that's done. That'll sink. Hopefully give them another spot to hide. And hopefully more survive. You could also shut the lights off. That'll help too. So while I was gone, we had some molly babies. We have at least one angelfish spawn. Obviously, I don't know if anything spawned in here and they ate them, but that's pretty cool, right? I gotta get this permanent tank set up here. I did buy a new drill, so I can drill a tank. I'm not sure what's gonna go on here. Like, I think these, what are they called? Guppies. Duh. These guppies, I'm gonna move to probably, a tank up there, maybe? Yeah, probably a tank up there where those angels are. I'm gonna move the angels to a 20-gallon, and I don't know what I'm gonna do. Maybe I'll just leave these guys in that 20-gallon and see what happens. I don't know. We'll see. More babies. Look at the babies. They're so freaking adorable. Look at them all. Hyphen sunset platy babies. Boom, chicka, boom, boom. All right.
I'm happy. I'm excited. I was getting worried, but they're good. Let's see. Can we count? 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, there's a lot. So you may be saying to yourself, how come these babies are surviving without food? Mike didn't feed them for 3 full days. Well, that's a good question. But you see them all kind of hanging out near the sponge? That's because there's food on that sponge. Uneaten food, other microorganisms, also microorganisms living on the Java moss and the spawning mop that's intertwined in there on these floating plants. And that's why, you know, you may say, oh, Mike's tanks are messy, blah, blah, blah. And you know I don't really care, because that's what the babies eat. It makes for a low maintenance situation. Alright. No more babies from the blue-black swords, but the babies that were born are growing. See, 3, 4 maybe. Alright, switch to this rack. I have to take that long light, which is phenomenally bright, and put it up on these tanks. Now see, this tank lost water, and this is just loose in there, and I think I must have bumped it when I was getting fish last week for sale. We had 4 deliveries. All fish landed happy and healthy with no issue, and at least 3 out of the 4 customers I've heard from and are very happy. The 4th customer out in the west I haven't heard from yet, but I'm assuming she is happy as well. Anyway, so what I gotta do is I gotta swap the lights out, because this tank only has 2 plants in 2 tanks, so that little light will work for that. But whatever. Alright guys. Oh, I didn't show you this. I'm trying a new filter, which is really an old filter. If you remember correctly, I bought these these box filters at the Bucks County Aquarium Society auction. A couple weeks ago, I think I bought 5 for $6 or $7. Yeah, let's go. I bought 5 for $6 because that math is easy. $1.20 each. And they came with this media in the bottom, these rocks, and there's some more in there. I soaked them in bleach water, and then I washed them off, and then I'm soaking them in regular water with prime in it. And that's just to get rid of any bleach that's left in there. I hear dripping. It's always nerve-wracking when you hear a noise that sounds like dripping in the fish room. Alright. Anyway, so you take the media, put it on the bottom. You take some... Wow, why can't I talk today? Today? I know that's what you're saying. You take the batting and put it on top, and that acts as your mechanical filtration. You can see the tank bottom is pretty clean, and there's a ton of crap, actually crap, in the filter, and that's how it works. You know, it works just like a sponge filter. Those bubbles create a vacuum, and boom, that's it. So that's how that works, and I'm trying them out, basically because they were so damn cheap. My only concern is in tanks with fry. I gotta test it out and see if fry can get stuck in there, or is there stuff the fry are gonna be able to eat. That's why I like the sponge filters for fry tanks, because they can eat off it, as we just spoke about. Black pandas, we are sold out of black pandas currently. I have a ton of fryum growing out. You can see some on the top there. You can see all different sizes. But I'm sold out. I sold quite a few pair over the week. Actually, I sold like, I don't know, 7 fish, I think, over the weekend, or last week. And so I don't have any more adults. I do have that one male that, you know, I'm holding on to, and a couple of plump females. I think there's some more in the back, plus that one you just saw, so. I don't think there's anything else in this tank. These guys are still being super skittish. The red Russian lace guppies. Not really sure why, but they haven't really moved from the back. I don't see any more babies in this tank. These are the half blacks. guppies, but the red on the fin and the red on that tail is just gorgeous. Gorgeous. Oh, there's some fry. Maybe there was fry. I mean, there was fry before I left, but maybe there's more fry. I don't know. Fry. Alright, kiddos. Also, a couple other things let's talk about. I did receive a package in the mail from Fish Freaks Plus. I can only assume it's more fantastic food. I will be opening that shortly and showing you. That might actually be a whole nother video. We'll see. And then our betta. You can see he blowing some bubbles. He's a happy little guy. I got a couple of names I'm going to be talking about in the next betta project update, which will be Wednesday. You'll see that tank, hopefully. All this stuff will be moved. The rescue fish, I still haven't brought to the local fish store, but I have to do that because I want to move that tank, basically. Alright, guys. Well, that's it for now. I may or may not be back. There definitely will be bloopers because I've already screwed up a couple times. And, hope you enjoyed it. If this is the end of the video, do me a favor. Hit that subscribe button if you haven't. You can also hit the notification bell. That one you're just going to want to tap. It's a little bit more delicate than the subscription, than the subscribe button. If you're interested in purchasing any of my fish, I do ship fish to the United States. Please email me at michaelsfishroom@gmail.com. And we can work something out. I typically accept payments via Google Wallet, and if you pay by Friday, I will ship your fish on Monday because I fast them for 2 days prior to shipping. Alright, guys, pretty simple, pretty straightforward. Ooh, Michael's Fish Room sticker. Interesting. See ya. And fries, and high fin layer tail, no, high fin swordtail, sunset platy, sunset high fin layer tail, sunset high fin. They're not layer tail, you jackass. And there's a ton of crap, legitimate